my channel. Happy New Year! Kicking off the first couple of videos of this year with like an organizational, getting ready for the new year type content. Today's video is all about gardening. This might be like random, but I love to garden and it is one of my favorite things that I started doing over 2020, and I have a video, I'll have it linked down below, but basically I did container gardening, and as soon as Quentin and I bought this house, one of the first projects was creating a vegetable garden outside. It is beautiful, I love it, and every year I try to do something different just to make it feel a little bit more complete. This year we are expanding the garden, which is so exciting. So I'll have a lot more space for like vine crops like pumpkins and watermelon and melons to grow, so it doesn't take up so much space in the potager. But this video is basically going to kickstart all of that for this year, and we can kind of grow together and grow along. So the first thing any good gardener does is they take inventory of their seed collection. But before you do that, you have to figure out what you want to grow this year, and then take a look at what you actually have in stock. My goal this year is for us to eat more fresh foods, and then from the produce that is in the garden, make sure that I am preserving it. So I have a massive list here of produce and flowers that I want to grow this year. I filmed a video all about this, but this is how I organize all of my seeds. I have a box for produce and then a box for flowers, and I just organize it by category. It's really handy. I actually love this case. I got it from Hobby Lobby. A photo case, I think, like a photo organizer. But basically it looks like this, and then I just labeled them with a label maker. And what's handy about it is that you can bring this individual container out with you to the garden, and all your seeds are like neatly stored. Or if they like bust open, then all of the seeds are like neatly in here and they don't spill out, and you don't like waste any seeds. So I highly recommend you doing this if you have a ton of seeds. One thing that is different from this year than I'm doing from last year is I bought this gardening journal from Simplified. Last year, I just used this simple little calendar and a notebook to log everything. Like what I needed to start, when I started it, when I needed to fertilize, stuff like that. This is awesome and super handy. And I just like kept it like either in my office or out in my little potting shed area. Okay, I did buy a few more seeds this year that I wanted to share with you guys. Every time I go to the plant store, there's this one here in Georgia called Pikes that I absolutely love. If you live near Pikes, definitely go and check it out. It is like a magical wonderland in there. But I picked up these sweet peppers called Jimmy Nardello. The bell peppers that I grew last year were kind of like meh to me. So I picked up this variety called California Wonder. Wanted more Roma tomatoes because I was running out of them. I got some for Bascom. This is called Shades of Summer. It's a perennial and it's just so beautiful. I have this one called Canterbury Bell's Storybook Blend. And then I picked up more cucumbers because I ran out and the cucumbers that I had were from 2020. So definitely needed more cucumber seeds. And this one is called Market More, which is just a traditional 6 to 8 inch cucumber. Here is my little garden spreadsheet. I just make this in Google Sheets. You can make this in Excel, whatever you think is easiest. But basically on the left side, I have everything that I'm growing by name. I have dates to start seeds from, and then it tells me the actual date, which helps me put it in my planner. Basically, there's 7 days in the week, obviously, and for this seed, I can start this 12 days before my average last frost. So I just did 7 times 12, which gives me 84. And then on the right, it's kind of like my window. If I don't get to this one, then at least I can do it on this date. And this is just 7 to 8. So for this seed, which is, I think, an eggplant, Green Globe artichoke, I have between 8 to 12 weeks before my average to last frost. And then my average to last frost is April 10th. So this will tell me that on January 16th or February 13th, I should be planting or starting my seeds in order for them to germinate and grow in time by April 10th. And then it also tells me days, how long it takes to germinate. So if I start this on January 16th and it takes 20 days, then I'll have my expected germination here. So if I do this on the proper date, my expected germination is February 5th, and then my time to harvest from transplant would basically be May 16th. And here is the journal, you guys. This is so awesome, and it was so affordable. It has a lot of like the worksheets here, and I just like wrote what I needed to put in here. I have everything color coded, so I have red and green things I need to plant on the 11th and the 18th, and then on the next tab I have everything listed out, and the green is the 18th, red is the 11th here, and it just makes everything nice and organized. And I have some note sheets here on the side as well. I love using Canva for literally everything, and this is basically the map of my garden. I have winter, which is like the garden for December and March. And normally this period you don't have a lot of stuff in, but I do have like, I planted some garlic and some onions and shallots already in the fall time. So those will be in the garden as well and be ready around June, May. I'm also going to do some lettuce and baby choy, carrots, radishes, and then broccoli here, which will be ready for me in the springtime. Another really important thing to do is kind of take inventory of all of the tools that you have and like prep your space and order new things. So one thing I did was I ordered new tomato supports because last year I ordered a set of 3 from Gardener Supply. I'll have everything linked down below that I use, and they were just not tall enough for the tomatoes. I didn't realize that they are probably more suited for determinate tomatoes rather than indeterminate. So I bought the Gardener Supply Tall Titan tomato trellises, and it comes in a set of 3. It's like 100 and something, but it's like lifetime. You can use it year after year, and it's not flimsy, so very sturdy, and I definitely recommend it. And the other ones I'll use for my eggplant supports, because I do have some more cheaper eggplant supports from Home Depot, and they fall over every single year and annoy me. So I'm going to use those for the peppers instead, since peppers are not as heavy as eggplants, and I should be fine there. So I ordered those came in. I ordered them on sale, so that was awesome. And I need to go through all of like my tools, clean, make sure they're sharp and ready, and then actually clean my space so I can start some seeds. Okay, we finally made it in the garage, and as you can tell, it's a mess, but it's a beautiful day, and we have a couple of hours before the sun goes down. So let's get this in order so we can get everything ready for seed starting. Let me just take you through the mess because it's a lot. Okay, the main thing we need to do is clean up everything here. It's pretty organized because I feel like I just cleaned out this section, but I want to get rid of any dust and just get rid of everything up here because this is where I do a lot of my potting. I need to go through all of the seed trays and sanitize them today. All of my peppers I want to move over here so I have just a little bit more room to walk and stuff. I actually might stick them outside for a little bit. And all of this stuff I actually need to pot these alliums. I bought them all and then never actually planted them in the ground. The ground might be warm enough for me to plant them actually, so maybe that's what I'll do. But I do have like tulips and stuff I need to get in pots because they're starting to turn green. Quentin got me this awesome little seat for Christmas and a longer auger so I don't have to bend over all the time. So I need to figure out where to organize this stuff. I need to go through my old pot collection. Things need to be thrown away. I actually want to move this away from the hot water heater because I think it's a little bit too close. Need to go through here and reorganize. And then this mess here, a lot of it I need to organize as well. I'm hoping I can move some of this over a little bit. These big pots, some of these pots need to be thrown away because they're broken, but some of those I actually want to put in the garden, so at least they're out there.
This isn't your first rodeo.
시간은 흘러 이젠 여기까지 Feels better that we're on a separate ways Our memories fading Sometimes I think of you
Now that I have cleaned out the shelves, I need to clean off my seed starting trays. And these are the Burpee 36 cell tray seed watering system. I really like these. They're really affordable. I think this one's only like $10 or something, but it comes with the water reservoir. So you just fill this up with water, and honestly, it is so awesome. Like, you can go a full week without needing to add water to the trays, and it makes things so much more manageable. So these are like the bottom watering trays that I put on here, and I'm pretty much good to go. So what I need to do now is I need to clean all of these trays off and sanitize them. I also have these individual seed trays that I use for like potting plants that don't like their roots to be disturbed. Planting large quantities, so like my tomatoes will go in here. They like to have deep roots. My peppers will go in here, and when I pot up plants, so I start them in the smaller containers and then move them into the big ones. And then these trays are from Bootstrap Farmer. They are what I basically house 2 of the seed trays in here, or some of the individual trays, and they're made out of like a thicker material. These are awesome quality. The seed trays come with a plastic one, but they're just so flimsy. I don't like to use them at all. And to be honest, these seed trays that I got them because they're super affordable. But if I had like a bigger budget when I first started off, I would have picked up the Bootstrap Farmer trays because they're made out of thicker, longer lasting material plastic. So I'll probably get 2, maybe even 3 more seasons out of these trays, and then I'll need to upgrade to the Bootstrap Farmer lifetime ones.
너 없이 뭔가 좀 공허해 난 날이 무뎌지는 그 감각에 어느새 집중돼 Lost but prefer not to be found